They say like there's a lot of backup in the courts, too many cases, the judges can't hear them all.
Right.
What do you think's clogging up the courts?
I guess just a lot of cases and maybe appeals for cases if people aren't satisfied with
Appeals?
the outcome.
Yeah, it's not that.
No, what is it?
No, you know what it is?
No.
It's too many trials.
Too many trials?
Yeah, well, too many fair trials.
Too many fair trials.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right. Well, but listen, there's a place out in California that's figured out how to get rid of all these trials.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
I'll show you how.
Okay.
Watch this. What would you say if I told you that there is a place where the government has accused nearly 900 people of crimes and then, with no trials, coerced nearly all of them into pleading guilty and going to prison? Which evil totalitarian society would I be referring to? Why, it's none other than beautiful sunny Nevada County, California, USA, where hundreds of people are arrested and then mysteriously end up in prison without ever getting a trial. Recent investigations have revealed that scores of innocent people around the country are being sent to prison, giving the United States a record prison population of over 2 million citizens, more than Red China or the former Soviet Union. But few tough-on-crime localities can claim such beautiful scenery as Nevada County. And it's got some of the best damn fishing anywhere in the world. And how many towns can boast an annual Constitution Day parade where the people of Nevada County celebrate those sacred rights guaranteed by our founding fathers?
That teaches an appreciation for the remarkable document that is at the foundation of our government.
But over at the Nevada County Courthouse, it's a different story. My sister Ann started working there a couple of years ago as a public defender for the poor. Within weeks, though, she discovered something fishy going on.
The motto of Nevada County has become, come to Nevada County on vacation, leave on probation.
It turns out that during 1998, out of nearly 900 low-income people who were arrested and charged with a felony, only one was allowed to have a jury trial. Nearly everyone else was railroaded into accepting a plea bargain of guilt and then shipped off to prison. The Sixth Amendment in the Bill of Rights guarantees the right to a fair trial by a jury of your peers and the right to have a competent lawyer, even if you can't afford one. Everyone is entitled to have their day in court. That's the American way. But inside the Nevada County Courthouse, it was mysteriously empty. In broad daylight, I could find no judges, no juries, no public defenders, no DAs, no trials.
Hello? 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 Hello?
This is the quietest public defender's office I've ever seen. How many times did you go to trial in 5 years?
I would say maybe 2 or 3. I don't think
2 or
there
3
were
in
a whole
5
lot
years.
of right.
Hundreds of people came through your office, and you only went to trial 2 or 3 times.
I'm not disputing that one felony trial in a year is bad.
Out of 900 people
I don't
accused of a
disagree with that.
crime, one gets a trial.
I'm talking about way the office is now.
Now you had
fully
5 and
staffed and
99 out of another 900 people. You know what I'm saying? You know, you've heard of the Sixth Amendment, right? You believe everyone
Saying
has a
that
right
5
to a
out of
jury
that
trial.
many is too few. You may be right.
Why don't you look at our statistics?
I did look at them. They're right here.
Okay, goodbye.
Here we go.
Thank you.
1 in 98, 5 in 99. I feel bad you've had to do 4 more in 99. You know? Did you guys demand a pay raise?
The public defender says if you want to stay out of prison, if you don't want to do 6 years in prison, you'll take this deal.
If suddenly the person who's supposed to be your advocate is saying, you're going to get 16 years. Now, you want that, or do you want 16 months?
Right.
What sane person isn't going to sign the document at that point?
He told me that with this deal, this is the best thing I could do, or I'm going to get 16 years. We just had a baby, and I got 4 kids at home. Just bought a house, just bought a truck, and he's telling me you're going to get 16 years. I'll sign it for a year.
They were being herded through court like cattle. They weren't seeing their attorneys before court. They were just shuffled through. They were told, well, the DA and I agreed on this, you're going to plead to this, and that'd be it. They'd go into court, the PD would stand up and say, well, this is what the deal is, and the client would be kind of sitting there with his mouth open.
He kept bringing up that you are not going to win, no 12 jurors in this county are going to find you, are going to find you innocent. And I kept saying, but I'm telling you, this is what happened. How could you say that they're not going to find me innocent?
Ann decided to blow the whistle on all this, and as a result, she lost her job. But then several investigations were launched, and they acknowledged that people living in poverty were being railroaded into prison.
Is there somebody sitting in prison right now who's innocent?
Who
Who shouldn't be there?
There are lots of people sitting in prison who shouldn't be there, in my view.
I know that there are many people who are innocent who are in California prisons today from Nevada County because they were represented by the Nevada County Public Defender's Office.
Let's meet a few of the passengers on the Nevada County Prison Railroad. This is Peter Mazan. One night back in 1997, his baby boy Luke stopped breathing. Fortunately, his wife is a nurse and revived the child.
She gave him a couple of real quick, strong breaths. It didn't happen that mouth to mouth. Looking back over, hit him one more time, and then he started crying.
But 3 weeks later, Luke stopped breathing again, and Peter's wife wasn't home.
Turn him over on his back. I did the same thing, basically, that she had done. Blew in a couple of breaths. I got up, ran to the phone, dialed 911, and in the meantime, he's turning blue. He's not breathing. My son died that morning.
How did the Nevada County Police respond to Peter's grief? They charged him with contributing to the death of his child. Peter couldn't afford an attorney and was assigned a public defender.
He really didn't do anything. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as my wife is concerned.
We are law-abiding citizens. We had an ill son. He died. He would have died no matter what, whether I was home, whether Peter was home. And
Peter Mazan, by all accounts an innocent man, was told by his public defender to plead guilty or risk life in prison.
At the time when I was sitting there signing my life away, and I was crying the whole time I was signing this piece of paper, he said, "You can always get a job."
He told you that?
Yeah, he goes, I said, "I can't get a job. I can't get the job I want." "No, you can always get a job at McDonald's."
And I'm talking to
Meet Brian Corrin. He is accused of an assault that several witnesses said he did not commit. His public defender, though, told him he had better plead guilty and take a year in jail. But Brian said, "I'm innocent."
Or something. He goes, "No, you're going to do 5 years probation, 1 year of counseling, and 1 year in a county jail." I said, "You never told me that." "Well, no, not just now, but I mean, you knew you'd get time out of this, didn't you?" "No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, I was hoping for a dismissal and an apology, but it ain't."
Brian Corrin didn't get an apology. In fact, his public defender didn't even show up in court. Brian didn't want to get on the railroad to prison, but nobody at the courthouse was going to stop the train. Not the public defender. How many people did you take to a jury trial? Not the DA.
Out. Out. O-U-T, out.
Not the county administrator.
Are people going to get jury trials? Are defendants
My
who
job
are
is to make
accused of
sure.
a crime?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
No idea.
Do you believe in the Sixth Amendment to the Constitution?
I have no idea what that is.
Not even the judge.
Maybe in a world of perfect justice, zero trials would be the goal. That's possible.
Yeah. That's when presiding Judge Carl Bryan explained it all to me.
I noticed you got a lot of fishing stuff here.
In fact, did you bring your bass rod this time?
No, I didn't, but if you got an extra one,
Well, we could go.
you and I can go fishing.
We could.
Everyone at the courthouse would rather be fishing or doing anything else.
Clients sit out in the waiting room while the attorneys were in their offices, basically gossip
Play guitar, photography.
or play solitaire on the computer.
I like camping and backpacking and stuff.
One attorney was rewriting the Bible.
They all had better things to do than making sure the innocent went free.
If the police believe that they'll never have to go to court, then what is the incentive for them to be good cops, to do their job correctly? There is no incentive. They'll never be held accountable.
So I decided, hey, let's just eliminate the middleman, all these useless lawyers and judges, and get everyone ready for jail. First, I read everyone their rights. After all, it is required by law.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say
Can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney.
if you cannot afford a lawyer. I cannot afford a lawyer. That's just too damn bad. That's just too damn bad.
Next, I got everyone to sign their guilty plea bargains. in advance.
Step right up and sign your plea agreement. You'll go to prison right away.
Okay, you'll be ready in about 18, 19 years, okay?
Has dog ever been in any kind of trouble here in Nevada County?
Nothing significant.
Right down there.
We've been getting these pre-signed plea bargains. If you see any of these people come through, I've already signed it. It says, I did it. I don't need a lawyer. Just send me to prison.
Yeah.
And for those who missed out signing my plea bargains, I provided free go directly to jail cards.
Indigents and low-income people preferably.
Okay, Nevada County Public Defenders, new business cards, right? And actually, you can give these out to clients because they're a go directly to jail card. John, help me out here.
The people here may claim to be innocent, but I didn't want anyone going to prison guilty of a fashion crime. So I passed out these chic, stylish prison jumpsuits.
I'm gonna be an inmate.
Guilty, guilty, guilty. They're all guilty. They're poor, they're guilty. Here's some of the people in Nevada County here. And you guys got the right idea. Just skip all this court stuff, you know? You know what I'm saying? This is a little brochure we've put together here called Choosing a Prison. And the judge was more than helpful in suggesting the best prisons to go to. Here's San Quentin. We got Folsom there. We've got Soledad. Bill Walker says this one is probably the nicest one of the three here that I've got. Look at this guy here. See his arms there? He's trying to get his plea bargain back.
All aboard. San Quentin, Soledad, Folsom, Grass Valley next stop. Please hop on board. You're already guilty.
After just 1 week in Nevada County, my efforts were a success. Not a single jury trial was in progress by the time I left. California jails kept filling past capacity. And Judge Bryan landed a 2-footer. Ooh, mama, the fish are biting. And that county administrator?
You and your police arrest 900 people and shove them into prison, and out of the 900, one gets a jury trial?
And?
You really just don't give a shit, do you?
I don't give a shit about your interview.
You don't, do you?
No.
As for Ann, I tried to teach her how to fish, but she wanted to keep fighting the system. And before leaving, I made sure Brian Corrin wasn't railroaded into prison. I got him a real lawyer and paid all the costs. Now he has a fighting chance to prove his innocence. As for that annual Constitution Day parade in Nevada County, I guess there's one less amendment they have to worry about celebrating.